Everybody, I'm Paul from New Adventures, and with me today we have Domi and Isaac, and we are going to be looking at a creative task for you to explore. This has come from Snow, which happens at the end of Act 1 in Nutcracker, and you might have already learned some of the movement in one of our previous videos for this section. So we know that this is a wintry wonderland. It's all inspired by things we do in the snow. A lot of it is inspired by ice skating, which is where we are going to delve into and explore today. To start us off on this task, I would like you to think about different items of clothing you might wear if you were going out into the snow, or if you were going ice skating or going out for a snowball fight. And I'd like you to choose 3 different items of clothing. And this is a classic New Adventures task called Sign and Describe. You're going to show us in a big, bold way putting on these pieces of clothing. So it's not just like a little, you're going to make it really, really clear to the audience what it is that you're doing. Yeah? And then, that's not it. Your 4th movement is going to be a gesture that really shows us that it's cold outside. Yeah, so it's like you've stepped out and you're like, ooh, it's chilly. So however you want to show us that it's cold. So 3 items of clothing and something that shows that it's cold. Let's see what you've come up with. Domi and Isaac have prepared this already. So let's see what they've done. Item number 1. Number 2. Item of clothing 3. And the cold gesture. Fantastic. See how clear that was and how kind of bold and big it was. That's what we're looking for, yeah. Nothing too little, making it really, really clear for the audience. Should we have a little play with that movement just to develop it a little bit? And I'd like you to think about 2 simple things. Instead of just doing it all to the front, I'd like you to think about different levels, high and low, and maybe changing direction so you could face different ways. Yeah? They've prepared this already, everybody. You can take a bit of time to have a think. Let's see what they've come up with. And number 1. Number 2. Number 3. And then your cold gesture. Great. A really simple layer that you can add just to develop it a bit further. Now is the ice skating part. So you've got ready for your ice skating and now we're going on to the frozen lake. The idea is very simple. You're just going to look at the photo and then try and recreate it with your body, or just use it as inspiration. Let's start by seeing what you've come up with, Domi. So photograph 1, and you'll see it coming up on your screen. Photo 2. Photo 3. And photo 4. Beautiful. Thank you. Isaac, let's have a look at yours. So photo 1. Photo 2. Photo 3. And photo 4. Great. Thank you. And as you can see, they're really trying to get the essence of the photograph and the expression of the people, but it can change a little bit. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. It really is the dancer's choice. So we're going to put that together, everybody, into a little bit of a solo with some music. So if you want to add some counts, you're going to have 8 counts to put on your 3 items of clothing. You will then have 6 counts to show that it's cold. And then it's totally up to you how you do your photos, how long you hold them for, and then you're then going to go into your next photo. So we'll see all 4. Yeah? Let's put on some music, and these 2 wonderful dancers will demonstrate what they've come up with. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and photos. We are going to look at developing this a little bit further, if you want a bit more of a challenge, and turning it into a solo with a bit more movement to it. So you're going to keep the beginning the same with the sign and describe and the cold. You can choose where you start in the space. Then you're going to travel gracefully, skating on the ice, into your first photo position. To get into your second photo position, I'd like you to turn, so something turning that goes into the second photo, or you might want to think about turning that frozen position. So we're going to see 2 different options when you watch our dancers do it later. From there, you are going to fall off balance, like you're slipping on the ice. You're going to fall and catch yourself into photo 3. And to finish, it's a speed skate. It's a fast skating somewhere around the ice into photo 4. Should we have a little look at you? You've already prepared something, haven't you? Yeah, so let's have a little look at what you've come up with. You can swap. Great. So we have our sign and describe, and so we're putting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and cold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Graceful skating into your first freeze. Then we're going to turn into our photo number 2. We fall and catch ourselves into photo number 3. And then we're going to do our speed skating into photo number 4. Lovely. And relax. Great, lovely. Should we see that with the music? Great. Six, 7, 8. Lovely, absolutely fantastic. And it's so nice to see them really inhabiting the characters and the expression. Remembering that the orphans, this is the first time that they maybe have seen the snow, so that sense of wonder, fantastic. There is another layer if you want to add an extra challenge, and that is turning our 2 solos into a duet with a bit of contact work. So here are the rules to take it to the next level. You get to choose where you start in the space again, And the first is very simple. You're going to use the same graceful skating, but to come together and to find contact for your first position. Let's have a look at that. So we're entering into the space. Lovely. So Isaac gets there first. Domi's going to do a little supported hop over and then finds contact for his position. Beautiful. Lovely. So as you can see, Domi isn't just relying on his hands to make contact. There are different body parts that we can explore to find that contact too. Lovely. From here, you can relax. From here, I'd like you to think about your turning being turning around each other. And what these two have come up with is this. So actually, so Domi is going to do a nice supported lift to turn Isaac in his position, to put him down, and then Domi turns out. We go into the freeze number 2, and again, I'd like you to find contact. Brilliant, relax. The next option, the next part of the task is to have one person doing the falling, so you can choose who it is, the other person finding some kind of support or a catch to put them back on balance into picture 3 that, guess what, has to have contact. Yeah. So they have chosen that Isaac is going to fall and Domi is going to catch Isaac, and then they find their way into position 3 and they've got their contact there. Relax. Fantastic. What's great is that Domi is not just relying on his arms to catch, but there are many different ways that we can find that support to take someone's weight. And he's being very safe with his base there and using the contact of the back. So it's a really great extra option there. The last bit from your last position is the speed skating. You are going to do your speed skating either together or separately and end up in position number 4 with contact. So, gorgeous. They have chosen to speed skate together. Off you go. They speed skate together. They'll go a little bit faster when they do it properly. And they find their beautiful final position with their contact there. Relax. Great. So that is a way that we can put our solos together and find a duet. And all the instructions will be there on the screen for you to refer to. I think it'll be really nice to see you do the duet with music. So we have our getting ready for the snow and our cold is exactly the same as before, and then into our duet. Let's go. Fantastic. Amazing, thank you. That was lovely. Gorgeous. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that. Have fun with that. There's lots of different layers and things for you to play with, to get stuck into there, depending on what level you are. That was our snow task.